Welcome everyone to the 8th Plot, back doing a What If episode today. And of course, we're in the Thor universe, in Marvel universe.
You say it mightily.
Mightily, the mighty...
Thor!
That's better.
Thor!
Huzzah!
Huzzah, whatever.
Wizards.
Another... Okay, whatever.
No wizards.
So, the Thor universe, guys. And I've got to stop you there, Scott. As I continue with this bit, and I've forgotten what I was going to say. Oh, yes, that was it. So we're in the Thor universe, and of course, like all our What If episodes, this is about how if I threw you into the universe as like a bog standard person in this case in the Thor universe, what could you do with all the knowledge you possess? One of you good, one of you bad. Maybe me throwing in some neutral stuff and some other funny stuff along the way. Is that right?
Yes.
You're
we
good,
don't do
Ben.
Today? We don't do fun on this channel. We take it very seriously.
Go back and watch our other videos to see the evidence of exactly that. All of them. And
Not
then,
the Batman one. We're very
and then
very
like
funny in
and
that
subscribe. Thank you.
Yeah, do all of those things.
So
Yes.
Ben's going to
Ben is good.
He's good, and Scott is. Can you do a Loki like evil?
I shan't.
I shall not.
I'll just be embarrassing myself.
Okay.
What's changed?
Okay. Well, on that sort of note,
I didn't get to say hello.
Hello. Hello. Say hello. Say hello, Ben.
Hello.
Excellent. Verily, whatever they say. Anyway, obviously
Farewell.
you've got to be represented by different people on the speech bubble, or if you're watching this on YouTube. And Scott is good. No, bad today. So you're obviously going to be represented by the bad character in Thor, which is Loki.
I disagree.
Is Loki bad?
Yes.
No.
He tried to genocide
No.
the Frost Giants.
No.
His own people.
I maintain Odin is the really bad character in this.
Is he?
He was
just
certainly bad before, but he's trying to do good now.
Isn't Hela the main bad?
No, not really.
I feel like Loki isn't the main bad guy.
I feel that in every film he's doing something bad.
He's an antagonist to Thor, but is he? He's just misinterpreted and misunderstood.
Odin. It's Odin.
Why is it Odin?
Because he's kept his sister a secret for 70,000
His sister,
years.
his daughter.
Yes. Whatever.
I think if you had a genocidal daughter, you'd probably keep her a secret as well.
Oh yeah, by the way, guys, just prepare yourself.
Yeah,
You
I
may
don't
have
know
a killer. You may have a killer sister on the way. You may want to prepare for that, but no.
Well, it wasn't his fault. He had been locked up by Loki. So that's Loki's fault. Also, Loki killed 60 people in 4 days, whatever it was, in Avengers. It's kind of hard
He's
to
adopted.
That's no excuse. It comes back to haunt him. Well, it should.
And he does pay recompense for it. Not recompense. What's the word?
He gets, what,
Tuppence.
5 days in jail?
No, it's more than 5 days.
And it's a nice jail cell.
It is a nice.
Except everyone can see in at any one time, so you can't,
Can't go to
There's
the
no
toilet.
privacy. There wasn't even a toilet.
That's what I was about to say. There's no toilet in the jail.
That's a terrible jail. Though.
Maybe Asgardians are just or Frost Giants in this case are just constantly constipated.
Maybe they don't go to the toilet at all. Have we considered that?
Maybe it just evaporates.
Magic. We were talking about this beforehand about... No, we'll get to that in a minute. Anyway. He's the bad guy, guys. I'm pretty sure he is. There's no other... I mean, Surtur, but he only appears in one film. Gore, but he only appears later. And we're not really going to talk about that today because we haven't all seen it. So, Loki represents evil, which is Scott today. Obviously, Thor is the good person who is representing Ben today on the speech bubble.
Really?
Thor. Because he's clearly the hero. It's his film series. He's the one who learns. He's the one who solves everything at the end. I'm
trying to disagree, but I can't think of anything to disagree about.
Well, there is no... I can't think of any other hero who, makes everything... maybe the hammer. Because, to be honest, he solves everything by hitting everything with a hammer. True. So maybe Mjolnir is the hero. Mjolnir, whatever. Mjolnir.
Jonathan.
What?
You don't get that.
Who's Jonathan?
Oh, you don't get that. It's so there was an interview with Paul Rudd, and they were asking him to name what's the name of Thor's hammer, and he said Jonathan. so if you got that joke, people.
Do you know what? Mjolnir is kind of a Jonathan.
What?
Rugged, dependable. That's my opinion.
Jonathan.
That's my version of a Jonathan. People with the name Jonathan are rugged and dependable. That seems to be my experience.
I'm not going to disagree with that because I'm worried about offending all Johns.
Exactly. If you're
Not
named
Jonathan.
If you're named Jonathan, like and subscribe. for us. That's a few thousand.
Because
I think.
Because we have nothing bad to say about your name.
And for me,
leave your name in the comments and we'll roast them.
For me, on the speech bubble, I will be represented by the only person who sees all and
Mjolnir.
no,
Yeah.
Heimdall.
What?
Obviously,
But he doesn't see when Loki sneaks frost giants.
okay. There's a bit of
So
wiggle
he
room.
can't see everything, does he?
But he sees enough.
Yeah, but
He can see the entire universe.
he-
Crying out loud.
He
That's
gets
interesting.
bigged up and like he can't see things and like
Yeah,
and
no,
then he
sorry.
dies.
He can only not see things when it's plot relevant. So it's plot armor that stops
true.
him.
But you can see that invisible spaceship.
and
in
that
full
was a
time
pretty cool.
He could hear
sequence,
it.
Yeah.
He could hear that invisible spaceship.
I
I
like
don't think
that.
he could see it.
I like that scene.
No,
He was just
because
running
he was
full
just like-
speed and jumping onto it. And
It is a really good scene.
His helmet is stupid though.
It's,
I like the look of it when he's standing, but when he's just running like that in that sequence,
Oh,
it
yeah,
looks
I suppose
weird.
that-
it
does
can't be
look
very
good.
aerodynamic, can it?
Mm.
A lot of drag.
I don't think it's enough drag.
He's just like what?
Yeah, exactly. I don't think as he starts running, his head gets pulled backwards,
But he could
like
be-
someone opened a
But he
parachute.
could be running ever so slightly faster if it was more aerodynamic.
You saying that if that helmet was just a little bit bigger, he would have caught up to that ship, and he would have gone with his knives, and it would have flown by, and he would have ended up in the water.
Exactly. And you would have caught up with it a lot sooner if it had.
Or if he
With him screaming, "Darn this helmet!"
damn it, Loki!
He does-
Why did you suggest it?
He does. Oh, there you go. Loki's the bad guy.
Yeah.
He doesn't wear it in the third one though.
No,
Gets rid of it.
but that's
For a hood
no,
and a cloak.
and that was pretty cool.
Good sequence. But anyway, I'm Heimdall because I'm all
I like
seeing.
Heimdall. He can.
I can oversee what you're going to say.
He sent Thor to not Thor. I mean Hulk to Earth, didn't he?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because he can summon the Bifrost for some reason.
Yeah.
With the dark magic,
The dark. Ooh.
The dark power. Was it dark magic or dark power? He said. I don't remember.
I believe it was
The
dark,
dark
magic.
powers.
The dark realm.
Where is this dark realm? It seems quite useful, and they should be using it a lot more.
Is
And
it,
doesn't seem to
was
enact
it-
any toll.
The
was
House
it
of
the place
Dormammu.
where the ether was kept?
Well, then he would have been able to see into it, then, wouldn't he? I don't know.
He-
I think the ether was in down the back of a fridge somewhere. That's why they could never find it.
Just
Because no one
under-
ever looks there.
Just under the sofa.
Actually, everyone looks there now because they always know to look behind the fridge or behind the sofas.
There was a theory about him. How do you say it?
Heimdall.
Heimdall. That he actually had the Soul Stone on him for a little bit.
Yeah, I remember that theory.
I was. Yeah, I like that kind of theory, but like no.
Yeah, they didn't play out. They just went with this odd planet somewhere.
I would have liked it if
What a shame.
like one of the Infinity Stones was guarded by like a keeper, and like someone was
Someone
the
to
keeper
fight.
of, and like there was this big, powerful fight between Thanos and that person. I think
Yeah.
that would have been quite cool.
Except now it's just Red Skull's ghost.
Yeah.
In Thor, we do actually see a fake Infinity Gauntlet.
Yes, do we know it's fake because it's right-handed?
Or do we know? Or do we think that Odin collected the Infinity Stones first on his right hand, and then
But
got
the
rid of them?
gauntlet had stones in it. That's why
Yeah,
it's
and then
fake.
used it, and he filled it with stones afterwards. But afterwards, he
Oh, so he used it
scattered the
ages
stones.
ago,
Yeah.
and then
When
put
he
the
was
stones back everywhere, like the way Captain America does. Has to.
when he was like hell bent on like conquering the universe with Hela,
Yes.
he got the Infinity Gauntlet, and that's why she knows it's fake.
Oh yeah, that would make sense as to why she knows it's fake. Especially since that's another question actually. Like, it always seemed like the dwarves made the gauntlet for him, for Thanos, because that was he asked for something capable of harnessing the power of the stones. I think is the quote, and they know what to build, so it would make sense that Odin had used it before. Yep, I suppose that's right. But anyway.
Boom. It's
Boom.
just a theory.
Before we move on to what I would do if I throw you into their universe, what do we think of the 4 films overall?
I like them. Have you seen that meme about that horse? How it's like a mighty horse in the beginning, so Thor was good, but in the middle it wasn't so
Oh,
great.
you mean
It's
where
like
the
chill.
horse is kind of like 4 segments and it gets
Oh,
weaker
yeah.
and weaker?
Yeah.
I agree with I find I like 4. That's my favourite Marvel universe. I feel I love the recent War of the Nine Realms storyline, the Siege storyline, keep going back the Ragnarok storyline, and so on and so forth.
Ragnarok was
It's
my favourite.
just a good looking universe in my opinion, and I think it's sort of got worse and worse. The individual 4 films, they're entertaining, but story-wise they've been falling away, especially ever since the first one.
Similar to how what we were saying in our Doctor Strange episode. Go check that out. I feel like Thor is. Other episodes are available.
It's not funny enough. You've got to wait for the right moment.
That was the right moment.
It wasn't.
He teed you up, and you could have knocked it down with a hammer.
With Jonathan.
Anyway, sorry, Ben, I interrupted you.
Like how we were saying that Doctor Strange is best when he's like in a big cast of heroes. I feel like Thor is quite similar.
Yeah.
When he doesn't have to fill up the entire screen time.
The thing is, he in every film, because of the changing directors, I guess.
Yeah.
This is true of all the films, but he's the changing direction for him is like so it's Kenneth Branagh and it's Shakespearean and it's good. And then The Dark World is obviously someone who I can't remember who did that, but it's obviously dark and gritty, I think.
Yeah.
And I don't hate The Dark World. I quite enjoy it.
I do like the fact it took place in London because we don't get a lot of London-based films.
It's mostly America, isn't it?
In New York, as we discussed in the previous episode. I think it
was it Arizona?
Batman.
Was it Nevada? Wherever it was. But then when I don't, is it Taika Waititi?
Taika Waititi.
Is that his name?
Sounds like something out of Star Wars.
I don't.
Taika Waititi.
I hope he doesn't find offence at that. But
I find it funny. He's played Hitler.
Yes, he has.
And he's
not in a Marvel film, I should point out. Although that would have been amazing in Captain America, the first one.
Yes.
If he had been playing it like Jojo Rabbit style. And then the Red Skull has to report to him. It's Taika Waititi. But that would have made Captain America worse, and that's why I think his directing style kind of makes Thor a little bit worse.
So it is
Ragnarok is entertaining and it's very funny. I will not say it wasn't, but every time they try to make a joke, they seem to do too many jokes at the expense of something serious and poignant, and that kind of ruins Ragnarok for me. It's the same for Love and Thunder.
He has got a very unique way of directing, hasn't he?
It's a good way of directing. I just don't think it suits Thor.
Do you know? I like it. Korg and Meek are my favourite characters.
They're good, buddy. Like it's fine as long as you don't overuse them.
Yeah, I feel like I enjoyed the amount of screen time that Korg got. I feel like he might have been given slightly too much, and I feel.
Don't forget it is the director.
Yeah, I know that, but originally he was going to just be in like one scene, and then they added him into loads, and now he's a fan favourite.
That's fine, but it's like this is here's an example. At the end of Thor Ragnarok, like Asgard is being destroyed by spoiler alert Surtur,
and he does that.
And he just does that he does that humour at the end, like this, and it's so out of place. It's so over OTT, like he's over the top using like Korg in that example, and that makes for me Ragnarok a little bit worse than it could have been.
I like the joke. I thought it was funny.
It was funny because I laughed, but then I went, but I think I would have liked this scene better if it had been more poignant.
That's true. If it was more powerful in some way.
Exactly. And it's also fair that Thor kind of jumps towards being quite noble and sort of knowing to being an idiot, and then back to being knowing. Like in Infinity War, he has a clear set of purpose. There's a little bit of growth for him when he realizes he's lost everything, and he wants purely revenge. But then later, and it's fine when he's sort of depressed in Endgame. That's fine, but then he jumps back to for Love and Thunder, where he's an idiot again, and he's a little bit of an idiot in Ragnarok, and it's so disjointed. I think maybe one director would have been. I wish Kenneth Branagh had stuck around for all of it. It would have been good.
However, for some reason, he dyed Thor's eyebrows like white.
What's the deal
So
with
you
Thor's
can't
eyebrows? Why do they do that?
I'm not sure. I think it was just to so that he'd be blonde all over. I don't know.
I know why they trimmed his hair in Ragnarok, because Helmsworth was tired of the wig.
Oh yeah.
So he wants to go back to his own hairstyle, and what do I care? But
I thought it was cool.
I thought it looked cool on him.
It was a good way to introduce Stan Lee into that as well.
Yeah.
Rip.
So, like, I don't think it's the best Marvel series. Thor is my favourite Marvel character. I think Captain America has the best.
Your favourite Marvel character?
I think so.
I think Thor
of the
Marvel comics,
I think
or
Thor is my
MCU.
favourite. If you ask me, who do you want to be in the Marvel comic books? I'd say Thor, because he's powerful, but he's not like Superman levels of power where Thor can. Thor can have difficulty fighting some people, but he has a chance to win. Like he also has a great like Asgard place. It's quite fun. I just think I like the overall aesthetic in the comic books.
I really liked pardon me.
You disgusting animal.
I really liked Thor in like the animated series that they did, like Marvel's Avengers, and I can't remember what the other one was, but like the way that he kind of adds like this kind of not exactly wisdom, but like not quite understanding the way that Earth and Midgard work, and then it adds like more to.
He actually brings a spiritual element to some degree in some iterations of him, because I guess he's supposed to be representing some sort of pantheon in some ways. It must be weird for anyone in the Marvel universe to be told that, oh no, all world religions are wrong except this one, and Norwegians obviously rubbing it in.
It was quite cool watching Thor adapt to the Earth in the first Thor.
Yeah.
Yes. That was good. That was excellent. Because he was so fish out of water.
Yeah.
Like gets hit with
horse.
a car.
I need a horse. We only have dogs. Give me one of those big enough to ride.
And
it's so good.
How dare you steal blood from a son of Asgard?
Son of Odin.
What are you doing to me? Get off injecting the bum.
Even though this is again the aesthetic of Asgard is not very Viking. It's like, I don't even know what you call it. It's not steampunk Viking. It's not. It's very futuristic.
Kind
Viking.
of Olympian.
It has elements. Yeah, it has elements of that. But it's like I just like the look of it all. They did well.
Another. How inefficient does that have to be?
Do you think they do that all the time in Asgard?
Is
there a plate and glass making industry that is just constantly running?
We did another.
We need another 1,000 cups.
Another. Damn it!
Stop doing this. There's like a strike of all the cup makers in Asgard. Stop. One a day from now on. Where are they getting all the pottery from? I guess you can recycle pottery, can't you? So.
Well, if we're going off of Hela and then stealing gold from all the 9 realms, then they're stealing cups.
There's cups. There's a cup shortage across the 9 realms.
Just got this Asgardian with super glue going around. Oh, so many cups to fix. Why do I keep doing jigsaws? I hate jigsaws.
Well, that's another thing. Okay. Would you give let's say Thor number 1? What would you give out of 10?
7.
7?
I'd give it a solid 8.
I'd give it a solid 9.
Oh.
What about the Dark World?
6.
6.67.
I'd just give it a 7 for myself. Ragnarok?
Give it.
I liked it. I'm going to give it a 7.5.
I can agree with 8. 7.5.
I really enjoyed it, and I do still quite enjoy watching it again. But like,
I would give.
It's a very rewatchable film.
You two have not seen Love and Thunder, but I have, and I would give it like a 6.5 to 7.
Well, that's a disappointment.
Oh dear!
It's just that
you've already given away too much.
Like if you've seen Thor: Love and Thunder,
the thing about Thor: Love and Thunder, it's surpringly short. It's only an hour and 40.
Yeah, it's only an hour.
Wow.
And I would have liked to see more of Gore. Christian Bale played him very well. And there's nothing to really hate all that much about it. It's just
Gore's skin colour is the same as mine.
I'm let down by just too many jokes and not enough like take this seriously, because Gore is an excellent bad guy. Again, this is why I kind of wish another director was in charge of it. And I like Taika Waititi. He does great work, but I just don't think he's suited to Thor.
Taika Waititi.
Maybe someone else should have written it, and someone should have gone, we're not doing. That joke is funny. Like, no spoiler alert. Like, there's some goats that are really funny, but they can't keep. They stop them screaming every so often.
I've heard he only introduced a goat for James Gunn.
Although, if he's I don't know.
Yeah, I saw that.
I don't know if he's. I don't know how much that director Taika Waititi is in control of the overall aesthetic, but it does look. It does look good.
I keep thinking of our Star Wars joke about his name.
Taika Waititi, like a Jawa. It does look great, although for Love and Thunder does look great, and I think they handled all the sort of storytelling elements very well. It's just, I don't know, I just wanted it to be more serious, and I wanted more Gore, you know.
I just think it's franchise genius from Taika Waititi. to write in 2 goats and not make it his problem. Oh yeah, by the way, James Gunn, you've got 2 goats you need to deal with now.
Oh yeah, they could have left him with the Guardians. Of course, that's what you mean. Oh, well, they would have just killed them. James Gunn would have killed them out of spite. Yeah, that kind of also. Now that I think about it, Thor: Love and Thunder doesn't set up the Guardians of the Galaxy free all that well, because he kind of makes them look like idiots.
They are idiots.
No, but they're capable idiots. But they're in For Love and Thunder. They're sort of not very capable. Okay.
Oh, I have heard the director's cut of Thor: Love and Thunder is about 4 hours long.
Oh, I would like to see that, but he said he wasn't going to release it.
Yeah.
What about
release it, man? Release it.
Release the Taika Waititi cut. What about Endgame and Infinity War? How would you review Thor's appearance in that?
Oh, I think he was best shown in Infinity War.
Yeah, I think that is peak Thor.
Just the rage and the anger and the upset of him.
Some character growth and arc.
But he's not exactly light-hearted, but he still can make a joke.
Yes.
But not really like
it's more restrained.
Not like a laugh-out-loud joke, but like one that makes you smile. Like the list, like Rocket and him listing who he has, and he's like, no, she's dead. Oh, he's stabbed through the heart. And I was like, and stabbed by an elf.
Yes, it's weird. It's funny, but it's also poignant.
And like him seeing Captain America and being like, oh, I see you copied my beard and stuff like that. It's like
in Endgame, it's kind of. I think it's good that a superhero kind of has this breakdown after losing everything. It's kind of what I expect more from Spider-Man, considering what Marvel put him through all the time. It's good that it's there, and I also thought maybe they had to sort of sideline Thor's power a bit for that film. Otherwise, things would have got solved too easily. Because if he had been his normal self with Stormbreaker, unstoppable, he would have killed Thanos instantly in the final battle scene. So I don't know if that's the reason why they did it, but it's kind of a good idea, and it kind of worked for me. But I don't think it's good.
And it was very funny.
Yes.
And I did like Korg and Meek's appearance in that, which wasn't very long. It was just enough to satisfy everyone's Korg and Meek.
Yes. But then again, you don't want to overuse them. It's not his film. Someone else.
Though it was funny how just shouting at a new Master 66 or whatever his name is.
I've seen something where that's Loki.
Yeah, I've seen that, or it's like Jane Foster.
No, but it's actually been confirmed that it's a guy. You know that guy from Captain America: Winter Soldier.
There's quite a lot of guys.
Winter Soldier. You know that guy in the tech store.
Oh, yeah.
It's him because in Falcon and Winter Soldier advert, it was him.
Oh, I see.
It was him playing the X-Men. Oh yeah, by the way, what's your game attack? Oh yeah, new Master 69 or whatever it was.
He's in trouble with 4 now.
So it's been confirmed it's that guy with the long hair going, where are you going? Oh yeah, wherever they're going, New Jersey or whatever. I guess New Jersey.
I have those exact same glasses.
Oh, that guy. Yes. Yeah, now I was trying to figure out who you meant, but yeah, that guy. Okay.
Wow, you guys are practically twins. I wish. Specimen.
He was quite funny in that one scene. That he was great. He seemed really helpful. I'd hope that he would be in an Apple store to help me one day.
He didn't help them at all, but he was just...
He seemed like he was
competent. Nice, yeah.
He was very invasive.
Well done, that actor, for that brief moment. An ultra-competent Apple employee. Was it Apple?
I'm not sure.
Maybe they can't use that.
I don't think they have the rights to Apple. I think they have the rights to Samsung.
Okay, maybe it was Samsung.
Other phone brands are available. Suck it, Ben.
Okay, well done, Scott. You reclaimed.
That was a bit vicious, wasn't that?
You reclaimed your.
You've been stealing it from me for so many episodes.
It's not his fault that you just don't take the opportunities when they're set up for it.
Other opportunities are available. Damn it, Ben.
Well done, Ben. Excellent. That is a nice jumping off point to us to begin this. So I'm going to throw you both into the Thor Marvel universe, and here are some limitations. I will, wherever you choose to start, because there's multiple different sort of realms to
start. If you're
Hunger
Games, you can start in whatever district you want.
Yes. I'll allow you to be an Asgardian, or a Frost Giant, or an elf, or a human.
Elf?
Yeah, Dark Elf.
Oh yeah, sorry. I forgot we were doing all 3 at the same time.
Yes, we're only doing the sort of one to Ragnarok at this stage. But you have to be a bog standard one. So if you're an Asgardian, you're the Asgardian who cleans the toilets in Asgard, which I presume there has to be, since there doesn't seem to be any indoor plumbing. And
I thought we made this clear earlier. I thought it just evaporates.
That seems, but there's no evidence of it.
Yeah,
it's true.
So and they're old school Vikings. They don't have technology. They only have magic. So, like, how are they going to toilet? Is there outhouses? does Odin has an outhouse? Does that Froze double up?
Or it's like the start of Shrek with
yes,
All Star, and it's just
Odin who kicks out the door. What laddie?
I would watch that film.
That would be a good film. Odin in a swamp, big Shrek. Played by Anthony Hopkins.
What the theme tune for that be? Because you can't use All Star.
No, you've got to use the exact same.
Do you have?
Yeah.
That's a story idea for later. Hold on to that. So, where was I? Oh, that's it. So you have to be a bog standard Asgardian. If you're one of the Frost Giants, you have to be one of those lower level ones who gets smacked in the face straight away by Thor. If you're a Dark Elf, you have to be lowest on the totem pole, who's cleaning their toilets on that giant T-shaped ship that they've got. If you're a fire demon, so on. You get the idea. But the starting point is that celebration.
5,000 years ago.
Well, no, those are prologues, and I said we don't conclude those prologues.
Oh, you did last time.
Is it?
No, we didn't.
Oh no,
We didn't.
If we ever start Patreon, we'll release that episode on Patreon. If we ever start one.
Yes.
And
we're not gonna. The secret episode that we couldn't show. Not because we don't know if it's controversial, and we will leave it there. Anyway.
Top days of Patreon.
We don't have a Patreon.
When we do, we'll release it on that.
Maybe. If we get 10,000 subscribers, we'll release
that.
Oh,
no, make it harder than that.
100,000.
Fine.
There we go. Make it happen, people.
I think technically the start point is Thor coming to Earth, because technically that's where the
but that actually happens later.
Yeah, but then
a lot of the film happens before that point.
Is that?
Oh, but
no.
The celebration. No, I think the beginning is that celebration where Thor's about to be sort of.
Yeah, but isn't that technically a flashback?
No, because because that bit of Thor hitting the truck at the beginning, that's a flash forward. Because it hasn't happened in the past, it happens in the future. And then we go straight to the celebration of Thor.
Alright.
And then, so that's where we're starting. So we start in this Thor universe, and you can go onto the Dark World or whatever. At the celebration. So you're one of the you can be the Asgard in the crowd or an Ice Giant. Well, it's up to you. And we always start with evil, don't we? And that's Scott today.
Moi.
So Scott, you're evil. You're in the Asgard. Well, you're in the Thor universe. Where are you going to start?
So I'm an Asgardian.
You're going to be a bog standard Asgardian.
I become a caterer.
Okay, so you're going to move from being you move from cleaning the toilets and pottery making into catering.
Catering.
So is this while the celebration's going on, you talk to your boss?
Yes, because there are later celebrations, and I plan to use that to my advantage.
Okay, so I see.
You've seen earlier episodes, you may see I'm going with this.
Catering is no offense to caterers, but in the Asgardian universe, I guess I can start you off in the catering.
Okay.
I'll allow you to be a caterer from the beginning.
I work in the catering industry.
So the celebration's going on, and the Frost Giants are trying to get the.
I think Ben
they're trying to get the ice cube, and then the destroyer.
Yeah. Everything. I let that happen.
What do you do? Okay. Well, you're evil. You don't have to care about them. Okay.
Oh yeah, go whatever. They die, whatever. I don't care. But then,
nameless
at the end of the Thor film, they have another celebration, don't they? Or they have a celebration later.
Yeah, there kind of is. Like,
yeah.
I thought Thor and Odin are like going. Loki's dead.
They're going to need catering.
Okay, so there's.
And I assume Odin and Odin's wife and Thor and stuff are going to be there.
It looked like the top Asgardians were there, yeah.
So I poison the food with poison that mimics food poisoning, but kills them, so you never find out.
Something that causes Asgardian food poisoning.
Yes, but it kills them. But make it look like food poisoning.
Okay.
Throwback to earlier episodes.
Many earlier episodes.
There's a slight problem.
What
in the Thor universe? What in Odin's Raven actually allows
Odin's beard?
Odin's beard. What allows you to even name something on Asgard that allows you to poison someone? And that no Asgardian goes, this is a bit suspicious. The royal family dying. I think the first suspect would be the caterers. No,
because
blame it on Loki.
Because it mimics food poisoning, so I think it's food poisoning.
But what causes food poisoning on Asgard?
You would be fired.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. Fired. He killed the entire royal family of Asgard, and you think you're fired. Not banished. Not killed.
Fine. If you're not going to accept that plan, I have to come up with.
I can't accept that plan.
What I think we've
accepted.
Wait, hang on. I want to see where it goes though. Like, why were you doing it?
Is that your end goal?
Yeah, just get rid of all the top.
But how does that benefit you?
Because
everyone moves up in the ranking when the top.
So caterer is now
head
bank manager.
I moved from.
So I don't know why I put catering below bank managing in this grand scheme of things.
I moved from commie chef to chef de partie.
So what are you saying? The head chef becomes like
Executive
the Warriors
chef.
free kind of
Yes.
executive chef. So your plan was to take out. Well, this is the problem with Asgard. It's a what is it? It's a monarchy. So you can't social mobility is very low in this country. In this nation.
You could go to Earth, to the hospital, get Thor's blood, inject it into yourself, and then you're part of the royal family.
That's true.
That would poison you, I'm sure.
He's an
only,
Asgardian.
only if my body rejects it.
Oh wait, hang on. If he's an Asgardian, how does he get to Earth? Hello, Heimdall. I'd like to go to Earth, please.
I use.
No.
I use Loki secret passage.
Okay. Does it go to? I guess it goes to Earth.
There's
I'm
multiple
Yeah.
passages.
So. Yeah. Okay. So you.
And we
Okay.
know
You can.
in-
And you know where Loki's secret is.
Yes.
So you could
Just
go
has
there.
to swim across like. Actually, that you're not gonna make it.
Oh no, he can use the boats that float.
Oh, yes.
Wait, hang on. Sorry, that was wrong. All boats float. I mean,
You
the
idiot.
boats
Fly.
the boats that could fly. I just realised. The boats that fly and float. That's what I meant to say
Yes.
before I got rudely cut off by Ben. Anyway, okay. So now you're on Earth.
Who is the next in line to the royal family?
Well, after.
Thor.
Well, actually.
Loki.
Oh no! Sorry, this won't work either. As soon as you kill the royal family, Hela's gonna step through and
That's why.
kill you all.
That's why I use the secret passage to Earth.
Okay, so
to
you're not
escape.
gonna poison them now.
Yes.
You are.
Yes. It will leave them vulnerable to attack from the other 9 realms.
So you're going to kill the royal family, then bounce from Asgard just as Hela shows up and builds an undead army, and then starts invading all realms, including Earth. You're in trouble.
That's what the Avengers are for.
I don't think the Avengers could survive Hela.
If
I
Thor
think
couldn't on his own.
No, I would venture that Hela is like top tier, above Thanos, without the Infinity Gauntlet, obviously. Maybe even with a few Infinity Stones, she is above him.
Yeah.
I would watch that Marvel TV series.
What if Hela just went?
What if?
What if Hela did become queen and started conquering, and then she had to face Thanos and everyone else? Because she's incredibly powerful.
Because she only got defeated by Surtur.
Yeah, and that was a giant sword. And she gets stabbed multiple times by Thor, and she just shoves it off.
She literally gets the Gungan, not
Gungan.
the
Gungan.
not a Gungan. The spear.
Jar Jar Binks using him as a weapon. Listen up. Excuse me. She's just wielding Jar Jar like a club. I'd watch that.
I was more thinking of Odin's spear. And
Gungeir.
Yeah, Gungeir, and that goes straight through
I
her
thought you
chest.
just trying to say like a gun like a child. Oh yeah, I want a gun.
Yeah, and she would have that, and that's a very powerful weapon.
Yeah, and
she'd have the castle
have
of ancient
Mjolnir
winters.
as well.
Except she would, because she would have no reason to smash it if Thor was poisoned.
and she could go and get Stormbreaker.
In fact, hang on, sorry, your plan can originally work. Now that I realise, you poison. There must be a poison you can use to poison the entire royal family and upper echelon of Asgard society. You do that. Some other Asgardians will be angry with you. What did you do that for? You just killed the royal family. You're fired, or we're going to execute you. But that's when Hela would step through and go, "That was me. I killed these guys," and she'd be okay with it. She doesn't care about Odin dying. Well, actually, would she care about her mother dying?
No.
You sure?
I don't think it's her mother.
You don't think Freyr?
I think Thor's
is,
the adopted one, if I'm being honest.
He does. Yeah,
Yeah, I've seen that.
He's the only standout one.
Maybe.
He's
I've
the
seen
blonde
this theory.
when both of them are black hair.
Yes, but Frigga has blonde hair. So.
No, she doesn't. She has
And
brownish hair.
And
Close
Thor's
enough.
Australian.
Okay,
That's
hang on a
true.
minute.
That's true,
But
that's
your
true.
plan kind of works, but now you have to sort of go, yep, Hela, that was me.
Can
And
I have a
presumably
weapon?
Can I move up to head caterer now?
Or you just
could aim higher and go, I did it. I'll
Promotion.
be your executioner.
Yeah, I mean, like if Scourge gets to be executioner, then
Presumably.
Scott could.
Yes.
You get a nice axe, and
Yeah.
then
I really like the look of that axe, actually.
it seemed very generic.
Yeah, but like I thought it was cool.
Okay, so now you're Hela's basically
Second
right hand
command.
man as she conquers the 9 realms.
And I win.
That works. I didn't realise that was a
I
proper
knew
plan.
what I was. This poison who finally came in useful.
You have to be really quick.
I've forgotten about it for many episodes, but it's finally made its return.
Although there could be there could be this slight flaw we just don't know, that I think Hela would still be angry that Frigga died, because as far as we know, that would be her mother.
Hey mother.
She didn't seem to care.
Don't eat those food.
She didn't even mention, like, she goes, Odin, glad that guy's dead, and she obviously didn't care about Thor being dead, or Loki, but she didn't care about Loki at all. But she didn't mention Frigga, so
no.
Well, if I leave her alive, then she can kill her at her own will, can't she?
But you just become her right-hand man now. You're Scourge to...
Then I can live if she wants me to.
I don't think you'd be able to take Frigga.
Yeah, Frigga's like a top-tier Asgardian.
And yet she does die to a dark elf.
Okay, do you want to bring this up? The sort of stabbing?
Oh yeah, that's true. Stabbing is really inconsistent in the MCU. Why is it that people sometimes get stabbed and they're fine, and yet if you're not a named character, you're dead straight away?
Yeah.
It's like, so like Loki gets stabbed.
Did he get stabbed though?
Yeah.
But didn't he kill like a fake Loki?
Huh?
Didn't the guy with horns in a dark world picture now? Did he actually stab Loki, or did he stab like a copy of Loki?
It was probably Loki.
So Loki did get stabbed, and they just faked how bad it was.
Yeah, and he probably he did like some illusion thing where like his skin turned into like the darkness, and then he died. But then he didn't, and he was fine.
And it's also like this: Hela gets stabbed quite a lot.
Yes,
and she shrugged it off. And if she's the progeny of Odin and Frigga, then presumably Odin and Frigga can take getting stabbed quite a few times.
Yeah. And yet Frigga gets stabbed and she dies.
Yeah.
And Odin doesn't get stabbed.
He gets an spiked ice ball to the face and loses an eye, and that's it. It was ice. For crying out loud.
It'll melt.
Yeah.
And also, the guy gets stabbed in the shoulder by ice as well. He's fine the next day.
Yeah, and then the Warriors 3, they get stabbed and
very easily,
and they die really,
Hela.
Really quickly.
Tiny little knives as well, and that's enough.
And then Tobey Maguire. Oh, it's Tobey Maguire. He gets stabbed in the back, quite a vicious stab. The knife goes all the way through, and he's fine.
And they always aim for the sides, the kidney area, which apparently is humanity's. We can take quite a few stabs to the kidney area and shrug it off.
Should we test it? Mark,
no.
Turn around.
Turn around. No,
I volunteer as tribute.
Okay, Ben wants to be stabbed. No, we're not stabbing anyone. Not on here.
Oh, Scott, damn it!
Wasn't
that didn't really happen.
Wasn't me.
Yes, and there's something else I think Ben should mention: the other inconsistency in the Marvel universe.
Oh yeah. So in Thor Ragnarok, how Hela spends the entire film looking for the sword so that she can use the Bifrost.
Yep.
In Thor 1, they use Odin's Gungear
I think that's how you pronounce it.
To open the Bifrost multiple times. Loki does it and Odin does it, and so really Hela spent.
She wasted
weeks.
Time.
Yeah. She
had access to that spear because Thor had access to it.
Because it was probably just propped up next to the throne, and Hela's just like, oh, this is useless. And no, it could have solved all her problems.
Yeah, that is a plot hole, isn't it? That is.
She's a mug.
You give me gum.
Gungear, I think.
Dum, you give me gungear.
Oh, you're doing Night at the Museum.
We should totally do an episode of that.
Later. Catch that episode.
If you want to see that video.
No, you've asked them to too many times. Never know what we're going to
subscribe.
Just comment then, and also comment about the films you want us to do, and we'll try and do those.
Other films are available. Damn it!
Was that script? No, I'm not going to. Anyway, so Scott, your plan kind of worked.
Execute Order 66.
Wrong film. He didn't even do "Hey Buddy," which is the exact catchphrase.
Hey buddy.
Hey Loki.
Speaking of Loki, I just want to mention his storyline for a second.
Yeah, go on.
Dies, steals Tesseract. Dies, and steals the Tesseract again, and then dies and steals the Tesseract. It's all his storylines.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Hold up.
Yeah, you're right.
Wait.
There's constant stealing the Tesseract and dying. He should stop stealing the Tesseract and he'd be fine. Yeah.
He dies. He only dies 3 times and he doesn't steal the Tesseract.
Technically, he doesn't die at all.
No,
but his copy in Loki steals the Tesseract. Yeah, and technically dies. Yeah, he does.
He takes it and then he puts it back.
Yeah, no, he uses it to beam away from the Avengers Tower, or Tony Stark's tower, I should say.
Oh yeah, but and then he didn't die before that.
And the TVA take it up. But technically, he's dead. He's erased from existence. Same thing in my book. Anyway,
the Loki series confuses me.
It's good though.
It was very slow. It took a long time to get to the point.
I really liked it.
So,
but we're doing the Thor universe.
The actual point was good.
If you want to complain about Loki, we'll do that in our Loki episode if we ever get round to it.
We don't do TV series, Mark.
Oh, okay.
This may be my only
just Loki in the Loki in the films then. But either way, let's get back into it and how Scott kind of did it. But now, I suppose the Dark Elves are no threat. What with Hela around, because she can throw giant spikes at their ship and defeat them that way.
Thanos is no threat.
Thanos is no threat because I'm pretty sure Hela could take him quite easily.
Yep.
And she will have access at some point to the Tesseract and the Ether and, well, really any stone she wants, I think.
Well, she wouldn't have access to the Ether if Jane didn't go get it.
Yes, but I think Jane would still go get it anyway, regardless of whether or not she met Thor.
No, because she was looking for Thor. Because she saw abnormal activity, and she was thinking, that might be Thor.
Oh no,
she wouldn't have picked it up.
She can still be looking for Thor.
Why would she be looking for Thor if Thor is dead?
Because in the events of Scott's situation, the Bifrost has still been destroyed, and he has no way of getting back. So she's still searching for him.
It's true, but
there we go. Fine. So there's that, and so there you go. We're fine. And hang on,
fine.
For Ragnarok. Well, Hela's the main thing of that, so that's solved. You just got to make sure that Scott, this is on you as an Asgardian. Just make sure that mask of Surtur just doesn't fall into the eternal flame.
Yes.
In fact, maybe just put the eternal flame out.
Yes, just with a jug of water.
use that ice cube thing to freeze it. Because if that's eternal winter and that's eternal fire, they should cancel each other out.
Use it as a birthday candle.
They both implode.
We also, I just want to go off on this slight tangent.
The jug of eternal water.
This is something I would do. We had this conversation. I would go and be a dwarf on the Darvalir. For one thing, I get to be tall dwarf, which is which was an interesting twist. But then I can just start building as many weapons as I like, preparing for Thanos. And when he comes to the thing, I've got a giant version of Stormbreaker to smash into his head.
Just use Jar Jar.
Jar Jar, the ultimate weapon.
Yes.
Okay, let's go over to Ben. Ben, you're doing good things.
Yeah.
You've got some people to save.
That is true. Who is it? Who is it in total that
millions of
died
in
the
Thor? You got to save those Asgardian guards in the vault. You got to at least stop some of that. That means try and stop those ice giants from dying as well. But you got to make sure Thor goes through like a character growth arc. Otherwise, he's a pompous.
I think we should just make clear that people die for the greater good.
That's true.
Oh, but they don't need to if you can solve the situation beforehand.
So so I'm gonna be an Asgardian, and I'm gonna head down to the vault.
So where's the celebrations going? You go, I'm just gonna go to the loo, and then you went down to the vault.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go down to the vault, and I'm gonna say to the guards, "Oh, don't worry about it. I've got this. You guys go take a break." And then I'm going to hide, and the Frost Giants are going to come through, and they're going to go get it, and then the Destroyer's just going to take care of them. Yeah,
you don't even need... There's nothing to worry about with the Frost Giants.
Why should the guards believe such a humble toilet cleaner?
Because I'm an Asgardian.
Yes, but...
He could put on some armor and pretend to be a guard and goes, break time, guys, I'll take over.
Yeah.
Or he could just go there and knock them out, and the Frost Giants will appear going, they've already knocked out. Anyway,
Loki.
Let's pick up this ice cube.
This would look
Casket of Ancient Winters, that's what it's called.
This will really chill down my Coke. Other drink bags are available.
Yeah. So the Destroyer takes care of those. So you save the guards, and those.
And if there's there's armor and stuff laying around, then I'm gonna put them on and keep it, and grab a spear or two if I want them. That's just for my
But then
benefit.
Odin would go, "Why is there a spear and sword and armor missing from the vault? Why are you wearing it? You're clearly wearing it."
I'm not. No.
I saved the guards. Actually, I made them leave before the Frost Giants came. You should promote me to a guard.
And then Odin will go, "What? How do you know that the Frost Giants were going to arrive? Did you let them in?"
It was Loki. It was Loki.
Oh, what? Are you just going to tell? Can I also then go up to Odin and go, "Hang on, hey, buddy."
Well, that goes against the rules.
Not if you do, "Hey, buddy."
No. Well, he's kind of right. You can't. No. Can he just not go and say it was Loki? Maybe you're right. No, you can't do that. You can't just tell him it was Loki. Because where did you get that information from? How can you explain that?
Hey, buddy, only exists in Order 66.
I go up to Heimdall and I say, "Oh, can you tell me what this person's doing at the moment?"
Leading questions are fine. Leading questions.
And then I ask him, "Oh, can you check what Loki's doing? I hear he's a great guy." And he's like, "What's he doing over there?" Why would
Heimdall squint? Ben squinted. I'm pretty sure if Heimdall has to squint to see anything in the universe, maybe his power is a little bit weaker than we think it is.
No, it's like it's disbelief about what he's doing. So he's looking and
also, why would Heimdall go, "Why am I listening to you? Why go back and clean the toilets?"
I'm a guard now. I've been promoted.
Okay.
I saved the guards.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Hang on. Leading questions aren't allowed.
Why are leading questions?
Because you said in the Star Wars episode, when I was walking past Obi-Wan Kenobi talking to my friend, "Oh yeah, by the way, the Senator has a really weird cloak that somehow looks like Palpatine's."
Yeah, but that was funny.
It was funny, but it didn't count.
Okay, fine. You can't do that.
That was different because you specifically said, "Oh, Palpatine has cloaks that look exactly like Darth Sidious." You can't. I'm just saying, "Oh, can you look at Loki?"
I still don't think that Heimdall would even just like give you the time of day.
I'm not your dancing monkey.
Exactly.
I'll go up to him
You
and I'll
give
be
him
like,
a dancing monkey.
I'll go up to him and say like, "Oh, so you can see everything. How many fingers am I holding up behind my back?"
and then
and then I'll like ask him to prove himself.
Would he just tell you to get lost?
I have a big sword.
Although he must be pretty bored standing out there on his own for the whole time.
Yeah,
Does he take a break?
Presumably not.
Who takes over for him?
Presumably no one.
Well, he can see everything at every time when the plot allows it to.
So he can skip off and have lunch and still keep an eye on things.
Well, I assume he doesn't get bored. He's like watching television.
I suppose you could see.
You could watch someone watch television.
It's true. Heimdall can literally see everything.
It just occurred to me though that like, how does he see them? Because like even the tiniest bit off, and he's looking at a completely different planet.
Yeah.
And like so presumably
maybe it's just like it's like a TV in his eyes and it just switches to different channels and different POVs of whatever he wants to see.
No, go back.
I wanted the Bang Theory.
Rewind. Let's see that again, but in slow motion.
I'm still not sure Heimdall's going to fall for. Oh yeah, but
I just don't think he's going to listen to.
I'm not sure Idris Elba's going to do
right.
stuff like that.
Fine, I will.
But did you have another plan? So we kind of interrupted.
I can't remember where my plan was at the time.
You'd save the guards.
Oh yes, I've saved the guards. Who else dies later on?
You got to. Do you stop Thor from going to the? Where is it?
No.
Actually, what is the planet called? Where do the frost giants live?
I can't.
Jotunheim.
That's it. Yes.
Yeah, in a way, if you don't, you can stop Thor going there and therefore save a lot of ice giants from needlessly getting hammered in the face, or you can, let Thor go because he needs to be banished.
Yeah, I'm gonna let him go because like no one else
cares about.
Well, that's true, but like no one else really dies.
Actually, they might not die.
The only people that die are frost giants for the rest of the film.
Is that true?
Yeah, because like no one dies in.
No, that can't be true.
No humans or Asgardians die for the rest of that film.
There's got to be a few. I mean, you've got to save the taxpayer a few bucks from all the damage that guy causes.
In that one
The
town.
Destroyer.
Yeah.
No.
He barely destroys anything.
Shield will pay for it all to cover it up. And
yeah, you're right. Only frost giants.
Only frost giants.
And you
die
don't have to
for the
worry.
rest of it.
You don't have to really worry because Thor takes care of it and sends Loki into that black hole. Well, he doesn't. Loki drops off.
Yeah.
So that's that. You're in the dark world now. So.
Yeah. So now I'm in the time of the dark world. I've been promoted for my services to guard, and so like what happens?
So the Dark Elves only start killing when they invade Asgard.
Yeah.
So I assume we're just going to skip Avengers then.
Yeah. Oh, actually.
Yeah.
No. We'll stay within the Thor universe. Okay. Yeah. We'll do an Avengers universe at some point, so we'll save it for then. But just the Dark World. So you need to try and save some people.
So like
speed things up a bit.
So.
You could be standing outside the Bifrost, and Heimdall comes running out, and he stops because you're there. Hold on, and then you shoot down the ship somehow.
Yeah.
Or you just wear a more aerodynamic helmet to get there first.
Heimdall's running along, and then Ben speeds through. aerodynamic helmet, and off you go.
It's all about air.
You only need. Oh, speaking of being stabbed and the inconsistency, he stabs the ship and it blows up. Ships can't take being stabbed in the Marvel universe. So there you go. You can take that down and you'll be a hero for it.
Yeah.
Because you'll be going, oh, this is the guy who took down that ship.
Yeah, and then I can like find one of those boats that float, that fly, and I can just patrol along the water to wait for them to come again, and I'll stab them there.
Do you think you're going to try and stab the giant ship?
Yeah. Presumably that would work.
Although, do you know what you could do? You got to stop. Do you know what you should do? You should be a guard in the Bifrost, where the dark elf who's got the like ugly mask on. And
Chris Eccleston.
No,
the big one.
No, yeah, the big guy.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna look at the actor's name because I like this actor.
He was a police officer, wasn't he?
A police officer in what?
I'm pretty sure that the actual guy was a police officer and he wasn't actually an actor. He was hired because he was huge.
Oh no, he was. I'm pretty sure he's an actor. Oh, I'll have to look it up later. Maybe I'll show you a picture of him now. Anyway, that you could just be there. So as they bring those prisoners in, because he infiltrates Asgard like that, you could go, all right, random pat down, everyone. What's this? This is a dark elf gem. It makes you super powerful. Confiscated. Also, these fruits and vegetables, you can't bring those in.
No more liquids more than 100 ml.
If he can't infiltrate Asgard,
what is this? A paperclip. Who did you think you were going to kill with this, buddy?
And there you go. He's like, no. Now that guy's in jail. He can't get out.
Yeah.
He can't wreck the shield. So once the shield's up around Asgard, then the Dark Elves can't do squat.
Yeah.
And then you just figure out a way to.
Thor can handle it.
Then leave it up to Thor at that point.
Yeah. Then.
Well, surely the Bifrost can be used as a giant weapon against.
Yeah.
The ship.
So like, just aim it around.
Yeah, if you can destroy a planet. Yeah.
Like a massive lightsaber.
That'll take care of the Dark Elves. Job done.
It just might destroy a few like planets that are in the radius.
Wait, what do you do with the ether though? It's stuck in.
Well, they were taking it out.
So what you've actually got to do is just kind of get the. You have to sort of save Asgard. Thor will go through with his plan anyway, and the rest of the Dark World will play out as normal.
Yeah.
And they'll be in London. They'll take the ether out. He'll destroy Christopher Eccleston's Malekith. You're fine, yeah. So you save all the Asgards who get killed in the and you save Frigga.
Yeah. Which is great. And I like her.
And then everything continues on as normal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Moving on to Ragnarok.
Another tricky one.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the good conundrum. Do you let Surtur destroy it? How do you stop Hela?
I'm going to go up to Odin, and I'm going to be like, "Oh, this is a great show, buddy." I'm going to pat him on the back really hard, and he's going to be ouch, and he's going to reveal that he's Loki.
Oh, so you're going to reveal Loki before Thor can?
Before Thor can.
Before Thor can.
And actually, no, I might not do that. I might.
What you got to do is try and stop Hela from getting anywhere near Asgard.
So I might just.
Because at some point,
it's not.
Because Thor's away killing Surtur and taking his face and storing it in, for some reason, right next to the Eternal Flame where it shouldn't be. And then Odin dies, and then Hela arrives.
Yeah, so I might.
Like a poem.
Well, you could be right behind the portal. It's like Odin's died and drifted off into space dust. Loki and Thor turn around as the portal, and they look, and there's you going, "Hi, what are you doing here?" "Oh, don't mind me." And then the portal opens,
I'm
and
observing.
then you stab her from the back with something that could kill her. I don't know.
with a big sword or like a hammer, and I'll
spunk like a really big Jar Jar Binks.
Yes, I love it.
No, you do it like that Monty Python scene. So Thor and Loki are both looking at each other. Who's that guy running? I don't know. Who is it? And he's still further. Who is? I don't know. Boom! Stabs
on
Hela.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any magic that will allow you to do that in universe.
Be funny though. I'd laugh.
It would be funny. I could just I could be on.
I guess you would take her out and then Thor and Loki go, "Who's that?"
So
that's our sister.
I'm gonna stay in Asgard and wait for
Hela to show up.
No, for Odin to die, and then I'm gonna beam them back immediately so that
leaving Hela on Earth.
Yeah, Because
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Does actually draw her power for Asgard, though.
Yeah, so she's going to be relatively
Yes,
weak.
but she was incredibly powerful enough to catch Mjolnir
Yeah.
and with her hands break it.
So then...
That was a breaking sound, not a farting sound.
So what we do then...
Ben,
We're not
honestly.
into that kind of humour here.
We are.
You're not children anymore.
We are.
Is that you use the Bifrost and you just beam it straight at Hela on Earth.
Oh, she turn it into a laser weapon.
Yeah,
and take her out.
And take her out. Because presumably the Bifrost is strong enough to destroy her.
Yeah, but yes, but it's also strong enough to destroy Earth.
Yeah, but
but
it didn't destroy the entirety of Jotunheim. But if you
shut it off.
Yeah, but if you concentrate it deliberately straight at Hela and then turn it off quick enough, it's just going to leave a big gash.
Oh, okay, I'll give you that, but we're still unsure if it would actually destroy Hela in the first place.
If it can destroy a planet, I'm certain that it can destroy Hela.
I feel it's safe for me to say that planets are relatively weak compared to massively overpowered.
And yet Surtur drives a big sword into Asgard.
Yeah, but Asgard's a planet.
And that kills Hela.
But the sword kills us. The Sword of Twilight, I believe it's called.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, I sense a problem.
Yeah. I don't like.
Fine, I'll come up with another.
No, your other problem is Hulk is still on that planet then.
Hulk loves it.
Yeah, but Hulk loves it. Then.
Yeah, but Endgame.
I'm not
He was
concerned
useless.
about that.
Oh, not in Endgame, but he was useless in Infinity War.
Yeah, Infinity War is useless. However, in Endgame, he starts
But
stuff
you
on
could
the
just
planet.
hang on. No, you just
He's
you
useless
just
in
beam him
both
back.
those films.
He's not. He does time travel.
You just beam him back
No,
and everything's
no,
fine.
Tony Stark does.
It's true.
Yeah, I'm afraid that is a bit of a conundrum. He would be stuck on.
Yeah, but
The
they don't
Ragnarok
actually
planet.
need him
Yeah, but-
for it.
Oh, but hang on.
They
The
do-
Avengers universe isn't a part of this, so it doesn't
That's
matter.
true,
It doesn't
but, like-
matter. It doesn't matter that Hulk's there having
If-
fun.
Even though we're not doing the Avengers universe, I do need to back up the fact that Hulk wasn't needed in Infinity War or Endgame. Name one time that
Hang
he
on,
was
hang on.
When Ant-Man was drowning.
Wait a minute. There is a way for you to be a bit.
Not Ant-Man. No, that's still no.
Do you know what you could-
You are right, Ben.
Do you know what you could do? You could beam Thor and Loki back, and then knock them out yourself. Send them off to the planet Scar themselves.
So like I go to Earth with them, and then I
Yes.
go back with them, and I'm just like, push.
Yeah, you push them off, and then you arrive, and Asgard go, "Hi guys, I'm to Thor and Loki. They'll be along in a minute." And you've left Hela on Earth still. That's the problem.
Also, I have no idea how, but like, why is it that the Bifrost they're going like head first,
Yes.
and then they come out of it walking?
I
Standing.
presume it does something magical.
I would have really liked it if somebody did it for the first time and they just face planted into the ground, like.
But that would be
when
another
they first came out.
inconsistency because Jane goes through it, but she walks out.
Doesn't Thor carry her?
No, he just like grabs her shoulder, I think, and beams them up, and that's it. And then they walk out.
Oh, but I just
I'm
really,
surprised that joke's not happened though.
yeah, I just really want somebody to like come out of it and then like, whoa.
You know
You
that.
just come flying out head first, Heimdall ducks, and you go flying down the Rainbow Bridge into Asgard.
And you hear that.
I've got an
squeaking-
aerodynamic helmet.
And you
I
hear
can
that.
see my house from here.
You hear that squeaking sound when they hit the fan of.
Okay.
Taika Waititi, do this in your next Thor.
We need to bring that to a close, I'm afraid, Ben. We're running out of time.
Yeah.
But
We've got
I
all
think
the time
I
in
think
mind.
you'll find right up until Ragnarok, and then it gets
Yeah.
a bit. You can save Hela, but then you're leaving Hulk on the planet.
We
and
don't leave
everything-
plans unfinished.
And then
for
who
this
takes
planet.
over? Does Thor take over? He has to, doesn't
Yeah.
he? Yep.
I mean, he does at the end of the
Yeah, he
film
does.
anyway.
So he has to take responsibility and do it. And that's that. He's
And-
king now. King
Yeah,
Thor.
presumably he can make an army big enough to
Presume-
beat Hela.
But what?
Awesome.
Well, no, he doesn't have. Well, maybe your Bifrost idea would work.
Mm.
But I guess there's all kinds of other weapons that you could have to hand, waiting. You
Do you
could
reckon-
freeze her.
Do you reckon Stormbreaker could beat her?
You'd have to try and go to the dwarf and have it and get it built early. But I don't know why
Yeah.
the dwarves would build it for you, a lowly guard.
Yeah.
I don't know. You could freeze her with the thing.
Yeah.
You've got the ether. Presumably you can take her apart.
Ether, Tesseract, Surtur's skull,
Yeah.
Eternal Flame.
There's
of
all
that.
kinds of things that you would
Yeah.
have to hand ready to go. So presumably you could take her out as soon as she exits the portal. You could try what they never did, which is take her head off.
Yeah.
Since you can't stab her, presumably you can cut her.
But Thor doesn't know how to go for the head yet.
Yeah, he doesn't know that, so you have to sort of.
So like you You swing with the hips.
Swing with the hips. With your hammer that can't cut anything. Okay, so I think we have to stop there, but you do get a little
the hammer that only destroys. It never fixes anything.
Around Ragnarok. Yes, that's true. So it's not really a fitting fitting weapon for a king.
What if would
you use it to build?
If he like
at all? Could you imagine using Mjolnir to build?
Or trying to put this picture up? Could you just give me a hammer?
Put this nail in the wall. Actually, hammers are only used for nailing. So what? Like you don't really build with a hammer. I now realise that was a stupid thing for Odin to say, because like if a tool to build and a tool for war. It's like you don't build with hammers. You knock things down. You put nails in walls with hammers, and maybe you put some wood together with nails. Yeah. But again, you can't use Mjolnir for that.
1, 2, and my thumb.
You've electrified all the workforce again. Trying to put
and
this
then,
nail.
And then it pans to them, and all their hair's like
This is why the unions have such a big problem with us.
Right, guys. Before we go to our plugs, yes, support unions against capitalism, the ultimate evil. Anyway, I did think that there is a alternate what if question. I think
starting to sound like a Marxist.
Sorry, I do not. That's because my name's Mark. Anyway. Did you not know that? You've known me for ages.
I thought it was Jonathan.
And the what if question behind the Thor universe is, what if the pantheon of Viking gods was real and therefore superheroes? That's how it goes, right? Now, have you seen Moon Knight?
Yes.
So that's another extension. Like, what if the Egyptian gods were real and they influenced superheroes on Earth? And also the Olympians in the Marvel universe, same thing. So really it's been done, and I don't really know how to take this. You could do a different what if thing, like what if these gods were real and we had to deal with this obscure pantheon being the true, and humans had to deal with that. But that's another question.
It would be like a god war for the ultimate authority.
But also, what if now pick a different pantheon? So there's always like the Egyptian gods, the Greek gods, the Roman gods, Vikings gods. Is there another pantheon that you would like to see with a superhero team behind it, or like a superhero Thor behind it that's not been done yet?
I can't think of
a couple of the main ones without becoming offensive.
But what about Aztec?
Oh yeah, I never really.
I forgot about the Aztecs.
But
I don't know much about it either.
I would lose all my currency instantly as it was chocolate.
What?
It was. They used chocolate as currency.
Oh, I see. Okay, well.
Man, would I be poor.
What about like the Chinese pantheon? There's not much. I don't know of any sort of like could you do a Thorish god, but with the Chinese pantheon?
I don't know. I feel like
Jade Emperor, that kind of thing.
I feel like I don't know the other pantheons well enough to be able to make a judgment on whether or not you could make a good film series with it.
But we'd agree that I think they overuse Egyptian, Greek, and Viking. Right? Like there must be other pantheons which would be just as interesting. Gods? But the Roman gods are just carbon copies of the Greek gods anyway.
Yeah,
that's what I meant.
It's like Percy Jackson. Percy Jackson's focused on Greek, Roman, and Egyptian and Viking.
No,
what a waste of a film that was.
No, Percy Jackson.
Oh, not the film universe. Sorry, the books universe. I'm talking.
That's just Greek.
No, it's more.
No,
they've extended it. There's now other characters in the same universe.
What do you mean they've extended it? It's a book.
No, the book. Yeah, but the book series then branches off into other characters who are demigods from other places.
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying we've overused these particular pantheons. It's time to. We don't have time to chat about it now, but I think that the what if question. What if a god from a pantheon was real and they turned superhero? Let's do a different pantheon that we don't know and expand our knowledge about that, because an Aztec one would look amazing because it's so bright and colourful and cheerful, and the sort of aesthetic of Aztec or Mayan sort of culture is incredible, and there's all kinds of things you could do. The Chinese pantheon is so much there.
Yeah.
You could do a Persian one. You could do is there a Russian one? No, I guess they must use some other sort of gods. Maybe some African ones.
Oh yeah.
Native American. I don't know if Native American have pantheons. It's different for different, because there's actually multiple tribes before European unfortunately came over. But there's all different pantheons there that can be used as well.
It'd be interesting to see it.
I think like Marvel or DC should tackle that for something different.
Not DC. They do rubbish job at it.
It's just that I'm just done on the.
And it wouldn't
I'm
fit
done on
the
the
MCU
Viking,
universe,
Egyptian, Greek sort of paradigm now. So I want something different.
All right.
There we go. Just do that for someone, and then give us money if I have any idea.
Yes.
okay.
Commission as always.
Let's anything we want to plug. I'll start with you, Scott.
Nope.
No. You gotta get a hobby, and we'll plug it for you.
I have no hobbies.
Start a catering company.
This is my hobby.
Okay, watch the 8th plot.
Watch the 8th
Like
plot.
and subscribe. Ben, what have you got to plug?
My channel, Upstairs Studios. Go watch my videos. Yeah.
There we go. That's all we need to say.
Watch
for
them, buddy.
that. Your very recent short Batman one was very clever, very funny. So go watch that.
Oh, thank you very
Funny
much.
and clever.
Yeah, it was just a short filler one to keep the wheels rolling.
All of 10 seconds.
For me, I'll obviously plug all my books. All the covers are here, but I'm also going to plug.
Wow, look at all those covers, Mark.
Thank you. But also check out these 2 new covers for the picture books.
Yeah,
Wow,
it's not that bad.
I've never seen these before. They're new.
The Bogey Monsters and the Skywell. These were a special pet project where and this goes for you, if you're like a picture book author, this is what you should try. You should give the book in a sense to a school and let the students illustrate it for you, and then you self-publish it if you can't find a publisher or agent who wants to take it on, because all these kids love this book that I've given this particular school that I did it with, and they've produced some stunning artwork, as you can see on these 2 covers, and they'll be out.
Wow,
they'll
look
be
at that
out soon.
artwork.
Thank you, Scott. He can't see a thing. There is nothing I'm showing him.
You're ruining the illusion.
But they are good covers because you can see them at home, unless you're listening on the podcast, in which case you can see nothing. But trust me, they look good.
Just keep your eyes on the road.
So try my books, please, and
Do not read and drive.
do not read and drive. Unless it's in an automated car. No.
No.
it won't work.
Unless you're
Don't
listening
read
in
and drive.
20...
Don't read and drive.
Unless you're watching in 2060, where all cars will be.
Driving for you.
Yes.
Or
No, just don't read and drive. Keep your eyes on the road.
Or in 40 years' time, we'll all be fighting for gasoline in the Mad Max future.
Gasoline, I believe it is.
Gasoline. Gasoline! Ah, that sounds adorable. I'm going to write that into a book. This is gasoline in this cutesy world. This is what fuels cars. So anyway, thank you very much for listening, everyone. Have a good morning, afternoon, and evening, wherever you are.
Jonathan!
In the world.
Verily!
Thanks, Jonathan.
Another... Goodbye, everyone. Say goodbye. Fam.
Another one! Goodbye.
That sound you hear is Ben being electrocuted.
Yeah, that's true. I keep forgetting to do that. At the
You
end of
do.
these
That's why I
episodes.
do it.
This
Interrupt
is
you
the
in
sound of
A Jar Jar being
Jar Jar.
smacked with a Gungan.
No, Jar Jar is a Gungan. This is the sound of Ben and Scott being hit with a Jar Jar Gungan. I couldn't think of any Jar Jar thing. I will do this in post. Oh no! I'm going to do it in post.
Taki-watati!
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.